Today is our final day in this van, and no, this is not clickbait. We did sell it.
Last morning in the van, and it's just gone so fast. Like we listed it for sale and then got a lot of response faster than what we thought, and we showed the van as early as we could have. With, we took it to Mercedes and AM Solar, had everybody check it out, and the earliest we could have shown it was Friday and Saturday this past week, and it's Monday and we're handing the keys over. So I think it went a lot faster I definitely went a lot faster than what we expected. I think the busyness and the stress of oh my gosh, we've got to get out of the van today is sort of covering up the sadness of it. As you guys probably could already guess, we're selling it for a reason, to take that next step. We found somebody she's awesome, and she lives in Seattle. So it's sort of kind of full circle. 4 years ago, almost to the day, we left Seattle in our first van to go build it out and travel, and now we're selling our second van in Seattle. It's kind of full circle. Today is going to be a busy day of cleaning and packing, and y'all, does anything ever easy with us? Can we ever just move or sell a van and not be stranded on the side of the road without a car? Because I feel like that's what's going to be today too. We legitimately cannot find a rental car. So there's a good chance we're going to drop this car off to the new girl, and we're just wait by and stand there, because legitimately every car is sold out in town. So I hope that she picks somewhere to meet up today that's on the light rail system, so we can at least take the train home. If not, that's going to be a really awkward moment. And so I'm just going to wipe everything down, scrub the floors, the cabinets, everything. So I think we should be done at a decent time. We're not meeting her till 7. We've got 10 hours. Let's do this. This just woke up.
So we're currently at Merrimore Park here in Seattle. Sarah's finishing up the last details inside the van before we drive it over to the new owner's house. It's a lot of work. She's kicking butt.
This van has not been this clean since we picked it up in New York 2 years ago. We've taken good care of it, but it just usually has a lot of dust in it from adventures, which means you're having fun. But the new owner is getting a very clean van. I'm oh, the van does look really good.
We found one rental car in all of Seattle. Wasn't even online. We went into Enterprise and we said, "Do you have a car?" And they said, "Actually, somebody just canceled." So we grabbed a minivan. We're gonna have it for one day, and we gotta figure out what we're gonna do. Kramer's enjoying this though. Tired?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sad. Having to deep clean this thing makes you emotionally detach a little bit, because you're I don't have to do this again. I'm just tired. I love this van.
T-minus 1 hour until we meet the new owner, but Sarah is so busy trying to make sure the van is perfect. She's amazing. We got 1 more hour and then the van is officially gone. So, and then we'll explain more about what's happening and what we're doing, because I'm sure some of you are probably why are you doing this? We have a very good reason. Well, we think it's a good reason.
Last time driving it. I'm already starting crying. I gotta stop. It's for the best, but I'm sad.
Right, Sam?
I didn't think we were ever going to sell this van. I thought this was our forever van. I mean, by forever van, people say forever house. Like, a van only lives so many miles. But we poured a lot into this van thinking that we were going to keep it forever. But we're not at a financial place where we can keep this and travel internationally. It just seems like such a waste sitting in our garage for months at a time. So you're selling it, letting somebody else go make memories with it, but it doesn't take away the pain of it. So even out of the name, Sunny, it just was like, it's our forever van. We're already late to go drop the car off to her, but time to say bye to Sunny. Okay, I have 15 minutes to pull it together before we get to her house.
Time is a wheel that is spinning, always moving on. The moments you think last forever, you look up and one day they're gone. Gotta hold on, hold on.
Something I won't miss is diesel.
We forgot to fill it up.
All right, let's do this.
All the little seconds that we hold, every single breath we get to take.
You really need these. Okay, everything else is here. Okay. If you have questions, we need to do the warranty transfer.
All right, it's official.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. 4 years ago, we purchased our first van, left Seattle, and hit the road for an adventure of a lifetime. We set out for 1 year of exploring North America by van, but instead stayed with it for 4 years in 2 different vans.
We've learned a lot about life, people, and this beautiful country we call home, and now that this season of life has come to an end, it's finally hitting us that we're closing a major chapter in our lives. From the Arctic Ocean to the Florida Keys, we've covered 48 states, 5 provinces, 26 national parks, and a seemingly infinite number of small towns and major cities that each hold a special place in our hearts. We've called national forests, national parks, BLM land, wineries, alpaca farms, and even parking lots home at times. It most certainly hasn't always been glamorous or easy.
But we wouldn't trade these days or memories for the world.
Took years of saving money, months and months of hard work, building both vans, and not to mention the sacrifice of missing out on other adventures in the midst of building both vans because our calendars were booked solid, sawing, drilling, insulating, wiring, and sweating.
Speaking of sweating, word of advice, don't build out a van in the deep south in the summer. Apparently we didn't learn our lesson the first time we did that, but round 2 of baking in a metal van while covered in wool insulation was enough to make me question the entire ridiculous idea of van life.
But here's the thing, living in a van isn't ridiculous. Sure, there are SNL skits about living in vans.
I want to live in a van down by the river.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to live in a van down by the river when you're living in a van down by the river.
But heck, who doesn't want to wake up here and even here? All the while saving money and seeing the world.
I'm by no means saying it's for everyone, because it most certainly is not. But after 4 years of living the life both full-time and part-time, I feel like I can say with experience that the pros far outweigh the cons.
It's not just about the beautiful places you can wake up in a van, nor is it about checking off places on a list to say you've been there and done that. The way we see it, the best adventures aren't rushed and they're always flexible to change as you change.
Because trust me, you'll change in a van. Truth is, you probably don't change any more than you do in a normal apartment or home, but you feel the change so much more when you're in a tiny space, constantly moving and shifting, and your perspective on what's important in life changes every time you roll into a new place.
You learn quickly of what you do and don't need, and how you can live with less than you ever thought you could. We've downsized from apartment to massive van to small van to... Actually, you're gonna have to wait just another second to see what we've downsized to next. The point is, with each transition, we realized we needed less. And not just that, but our needs shifted and the way we live with what we have has changed too. We've learned about traveling responsibly and how the way we travel can impact others both positively or negatively, depending on the choices we make.
I think if there's one lesson we're taking with us from van life into our next adventure, it's this: leave things better than you found them. This goes for the people we meet, the campsites we camp at, and the places we visit.
If we exploit a place or hurt a person, we'd be better off staying at home. No, we can't save the world, but we can do our part by bringing a little bit of hope and change to this planet through every conversation we have and every video we make of the adventures we take. Travel in general teaches you things, but living in a van has given us the chance to travel slowly and think on these lessons learned.
I realize this all sounds so final and like we'll never travel by van ever again. I doubt that's the case. We truly love traveling like turtles with all we need strapped to our backs with the freedom to go where we want and when we want. We know it's a freedom that not everyone is afforded, and the privilege to pursue this opportunity isn't lost on us.
I think van life is in our future again, but not right now.
For now, we have other plans, and I'm sure one day we'll return stateside to travel the open roads via van once again, because there are still so many amazing places we have yet to discover. Not to mention the places we know and love already that we want to return to again and again and again. But for now, we need to talk to you about what's next, because I know you're curious.
So I guess now there's proof all good things must come to an end. And I couldn't tell you what comes next, but I do know that we'll never ever be standing here again. So here's to the memories, I'll forever keep them here with me. And I can't believe that it's over. So raise up your glass, here's to brand new beginnings, and leave in the past all the things that are ending. 'Cause tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. My friends, I believe that the best is yet to come. Watch your step. My friends, I believe that the
Where's the car? It goes everywhere with us almost.
and love, I believe that the best.
Yeah. You know? Is you Jeep?
And love, I
impossible.
believe that the best
Thank you.
is yet to come.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
So much. We've got some explaining to do. And we downsized again. Oh, gosh. Why'd they stick me all the way up in the dash? My legs aren't even that long. How do I get this back? We're matching. Always matching. Always in the black when you travel. Just
And
easy.
you may hear like trees overhead. Just it's nature, so we're sorry.
So now you know that we just bought a truck, and you may be wondering, why did you guys just buy a boring white Toyota? First of all, we love Toyota. Second off, it's an awesome truck, and Go ahead, whatever you're gonna say, go ahead.
And we packed everything in the van in the truck.
With the exception of my bike and a couple of small boxes we mailed.
Yeah, so it's been a couple days since we purchased this truck, and we have been traveling across the country with all of our junk in the back end.
Junk in the trunk.
Junk in the trunk. And now we're here to tell you that yes, we did sell the van. We bought a Toyota. Why?
Because we're gonna overland internationally. Which, I mean, just saying that seems a little surreal, because I think it's one of those things, like, we knew we wanted to travel internationally, like we've done a little bit here and there, but overlanding just seems like such an organic fit for us, because we're going from the van, we get to travel slower, which we really love. We love seeing like the behind the scenes of these places. We don't want to just fly into the city, maybe hit a couple of small towns around the area, or go from a couple other places. We want to see like the back roads of these places in the world. And I think overlanding internationally is going to allow for a lot of that.
Yes, so we're gonna take this truck, we're gonna mod it out, put it in a shipping container, ship it across the world.
Should we tell them where we're starting first?
No.
We're not gonna tell y'all yet. You're gonna find out here in the next video, or a few videos. We'll talk about it some this summer as we start to route plan. But for today, just know we did sell our van, and I can rest peacefully knowing that it is in good hands with its new owner, Melissa. She was so enthusiastic about buying. We showed it to two people that same weekend. After we left her, we were like, we really want Melissa to be the one to get it.
Yeah.
And so it just worked out really well. And as we're filming this right now, she is on her first van adventure, and I hope it's going well.
I hope it is too.
She is enjoying Sunny, or maybe renamed by now, but no matter what, it's in good hands and being loved by a new owner. So we have this new truck, which Chris named Walter. I'm in favor of that, after Walter Mitty.
Mm-hmm. Walter, it's very unassuming, but it's gonna go a lot of places.
Just like us.
Just like us.
We joke that we're just very non-threatening people. We're just like, we're not, I don't want to say we're forgettable, but we're just like...
Well, you can look at us and you're like, oh, I'll win in a fight. But you know what? We're persistent. We'll keep on going.
And we smile a lot.
Through the pain.
Through the pain. Anyway, so we have the truck. So we thought the van was going to be with us through the end of July, middle of August, being out west. It is not. It went really fast. So we bought this truck, and as we're filming right now, the day before this video is released, we are in Kentucky visiting Chris's family, and we will be home tomorrow. And we have to be home by Tuesday because the temporary tag on this truck expires. So otherwise we'd probably still be out west, but it's good to be back.
It is good to be back. And so we're going to take you along. Traveling is not over for us. We have a lot of big plans for this truck.
And the rest of the summer.
And the rest of the summer. And we can't wait to take you along.
So Iceland in a few weeks. Possibly another trip in there. Possibly. We already have reservations for one place. I don't know if we're going to make it happen, but we may. So things are happening. We've got a lot of fun stuff. Just stay tuned, guys. Yeah. Van life may be over for us, but this is going to be a really cool extension of that. So we're thankful for both of our vans and the opportunities they've afforded us, but we're downsizing again. So if you want to follow along, you know what to do. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments below. I'm sure we have answers for some of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them yet. I don't know why I said that.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
What? Ready?
No. Let's go.
All right, let's go. For behind the scenes and extra content, you can head on over to our Patreon community. Otherwise, be sure to follow on Instagram or like and subscribe here. It really helps creators like us.